My name is Mackenzie, and this is my YouTube channel, Autistic Musings, where we talk about all things autistic. Now, welcome if you're a new viewer and you're here for your loved one, your friend, or you're autistic yourself. And if you're a returning viewer, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. So, have you ever had a conversation where you brought up a certain topic and suddenly the person you're talking to goes into a onward of 10 minutes to an hour integral summary of the topic and brings up every fact they know about it and just dumps that load of information into the conversation? This is called infodumping, and it's a very common thing for autistic people to do. I know I've done it so many times to my sister. Why I bring this up? Because when we start doing this as autistic people, it's because the person we're talking to has stumbled across our special interest. So what makes our special interest so special? 1, the intensity. 2, our brains act differently than the typical population's brain when we're discussing, looking at our special interests, or anything like that, or learning more about our special interests. Our brains act differently than the typical population's brain. Our reward center lights up. Like, we get more of a reward than somebody else that's not autistic when talking about our likes. Yay! Many studies previous to this have also proven that we get less of a reward in our reward system when we're socially interacting with people. The typical population gets their reward system lights up when they socially interact and get positive feedback in the social context. Ours doesn't. And this is what makes our special interest so freaking special. This is why they're so intense, why autistic people will spend all day on this special interest and never lose interest in it. And the intensity is so intense that the typical population would say bordering on obsessed. There's a reason for it. Our brain rewards us for spending time on this more so than the typical population. So, at this point, I think you might understand why we have info-dumping tendencies, where we dump this amount of information. Our brain is flooded with little endorphins. We're super excited about it, and we're super excited about this topic, and somebody's brought it up, and this is our opportunity, and we know it, to dump a lot of information that we don't normally get to talk about in a day-to-day context, and our brain is giving us a huge reward for talking about this. Now, this type of reward system in our brain, I hope it makes the autistic population and why we do this, after explaining all that information, more understandable. And maybe have a little more patience when we do this, because I know that some people can get really frustrated. But anyway, at a later video, I'm going to go over special interests and certain therapy practices and discouraging our special interests, and why I don't think it's a good idea. Thank you for joining me on Autistic Musings today, and if you liked this topic and you'd like to hear more, please post in the comments section. I welcome the feedback. And if you'd like to see more of my content, please subscribe, like, and share.